Welcome to our channel, Cosmetology State Board Exam. We are going to be your online coach to passing your test. If you follow our advice, you will pass. We've been doing this for the better part of 40 years. I don't know how many thousands of students I've sent to take their exam. I was part owner in a school for many years. Here in California, we had one of the highest pass rates in the whole state. Quarter after quarter after quarter. It's not that I'm such a genius. It's not. It's that I've really applied myself to understanding what's going to be on your test. I had several teachers who were incredibly talented, hands-on people. I was the main person for the theory part of the class. Now, many students were not interested until they failed their test a couple of times. Then they're like, oh my God, can I please come and sit in your review classes and get ready? Yes, okay. I'd like you all to pass your test. Okay. This is what we do these videos. Now, again, for those of you who are seeing us for the first time, make sure you go on and hit the like, subscribe button. That way you'll be notified of any future videos that we do. We do lots of them. This one here is video number, I believe, number 6 in the short series of 10, walking you through page by page in your textbook. Now, having said that, before we move on, I'm obligated to show what we've got. We have this book. It's not a textbook. It's a book of questions and answers. Every question on the test in your state in the last year or so, the question, the 4 possible answer choices, the correct answer, and below that, the page in the textbook where it came from. Now, speaking of textbooks, it doesn't matter whether you have a new book or an old book. The material's the same. It doesn't change. A 45-degree angle is still a 45-degree angle, whether you have the brand new book behind me or a book from 25 years ago. A 45-degree angle is still a 45-degree angle. The opposite color of orange is still blue. These things cannot change. When trimming a mustache and a beard, you trim the mustache first. Whether you do it that way or not, who cares? When they give you your license, you do whatever you want. On test day, you say that you trim the mustache first. You tell them what they want to hear, and they'll give you what you want, which is a license. Now we're going to move right on here, okay, to today's video, number 6, chemical services. Now, this is a very important topic, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Leads to a lot of confusion. Some states will call the barber license a master barber license. That means you do chemical services, perms, relaxers, hair color, and bleach. Whether you do or not, your license says you can. Some states call it a master barber. Some states just call it a barber license. They don't even make a distinction between. Some states do. Some states have the master barber license and the regular barber license, which doesn't involve chemical services. Be very careful what you're taking on your test. If you're taking the master barber, like for example in Georgia, and a few other states call it that, California just calls it barber license. You're going to be tested on chemical services. Likewise for cosmetology students. Most states will automatically test you on chemical services, hair color, bleach, perms, relaxers. Some states will offer a hairstylist license. You won't have to. So be careful what license you're taking and study the right thing accordingly. We're going to assume for today's video that you're all going for the full license, whatever they call it in your state, the full license, everything, chemical services. First of all, one of the most common questions on the test for everybody, no matter what license you're going for, is the word analysis, okay? And the word abrasions. Here's a typical question. What do you do if your client has abrasions on their scalp? You stop the service. Now, there's probably 15 questions on the test that could ask the same thing. You won't get every 15 every day, but you will get one, I guarantee you. You will get a question about what do you do if you stop the service. Then they're going to talk about bonds in the hair. The 4 kinds of bonds in your hair. There's peptide, hydrogen, disulfide, Okay, and oh my gosh, jumps out of my head. I'm sorry. Okay, there's 4 kinds. I just gave you 3 of them. The 4th one just jumps out of my head. Salt bonds. I'm sorry, salt bonds. Okay, the 4 bonds: salt, hydrogen, disulfide, and peptide. Ladies and gentlemen, I guarantee it's on the test. They will ask about wrapping techniques. Now, 1,000 years ago when I was in school, we did probably 2 or 3 perms every single day. We knew how to do this. We hated it, but we knew how to do it. Today, perms are not that much in style. A lot of schools, you don't even teach it. And then on test day, you're shocked how many questions on permanent waving there is. They're going to ask you about end papers, wrapping techniques, different kind of rods, processing time, which perms require heat, which perms don't require heat. They will ask you about ammonium thioglycolate. Now this is a killer question. There's a very short chapter in every single textbook about ammonium thioglycolate. Find it, memorize it. You will see it on test day. Then there's relaxers, and in most states, there's actually more questions on relaxers than permanent waving. What chemicals are used? How do you do it? When do you shampoo the client's hair? Things of this nature. Okay, you have to know these things. And then curl reformation, also called a soft curl perm. When this first began back in the 70s and early 80s, it was called a jerry curl. And some of you probably still call it a jerry curl. The state does not, because a jerry curl is a patented trademark by the Redken Corporation. The state does not use patented names. Okay? They don't talk about Clorox bleach. They talk about sodium hypochlorite. They don't talk about Drano. They talk about sodium hydroxide. Clorox and Drano, both on your test. Sodium hypochlorite, sodium hydroxide. Know it and pass your test. Don't know it and revisit the testing site repeatedly. They're going to have an application. How long? All of these questions are heavily tested. Now, to wrap this up today, give us a call if you have any questions, 760-534-4434. Our private training is available 7 days a week, about 8 or 10 hours a day. We'll find something that works with your schedule. If you want to get our book, you can again call us at 760-534-4434 or visit us online at www.cosmetologystateboardexam.com. Don't be confused by the name. On the left side of the page is cosmetology material, barber material, aesthetics, nail technology. The owners just chose cosmetology as the word they were going to use. www.cosmetologystateboardexam.com.